What if I told you there's a river in the Amazon that literally cooks anything alive that falls into it? Or that there's an entire continent twice the size of India hiding beneath the Pacific Ocean? I'm about to blow your mind with over 20 geography facts so unbelievable that you'll question everything you thought you knew about our planet. If you're ready to have your reality completely shattered, smash that subscribe button, because we're about to take a lightning-fast tour around the most incredible places on Earth. Xanay-Timpixca River, Peru. Deep in Peru's Amazon rainforest flows a river so hot it reaches 200 degrees Fahrenheit, literally cooking anything that falls in. This thermal river stretches for nearly 4 miles with no volcano for 400 miles. Geothermal springs deep underground create this deadly natural phenomenon that locals call the River of Death. Lake Maracaibo, Venezuela. Venezuela's Lake Maracaibo produces 28 lightning strikes per minute, 260 days a year. The Catatumbo lightning creates a never-ending natural fireworks show so reliable that sailors have used it for navigation for centuries. Trade winds colliding with the Andes Mountains create perfect conditions for this eternal electrical storm. Zealandia, Pacific Ocean. Meet Earth's hidden continent. Zealandia is twice the size of India but 94% underwater. Only New Zealand and New Caledonia peak above the waves. Scientists only officially recognized this massive landmass as a continent in 2017, despite it being right there all along under the Pacific Ocean. Son Doong Cave, Vietnam. Vietnam's Son Doong Cave is so enormous it has its own weather system and could fit a 40-story skyscraper inside its chambers. This underground world contains rivers, jungles, and towering rock formations, yet wasn't even discovered until 2009. Kola Super Deep Borehole, Russia. Russia's Kola Super Deep Borehole plunges 12,262 meters into Earth's crust, deeper than Mount Everest is tall. At those depths, temperatures hit 180 degrees Celsius. Scientists found ancient plankton and discovered that rock acts like plastic under extreme pressure. Vulcan Point, Philippines. In the Philippines exists an island within a lake, on an island, within a lake, on another island. Vulcan Point sits in Crater Lake, on Tall Volcano Island, in Tall Lake, on Luzon Island. It's like a geographical Russian nesting doll formed by multiple volcanic eruptions over thousands of years. The Maldives. The Maldives is so flat its highest natural point is just 8 feet above sea level. The entire country has only 16 feet difference between its highest and lowest points, making it flatter than a pancake and more vulnerable to rising sea levels than anywhere else on Earth. Russia. Russia is so massive you could fit the entire dwarf planet Pluto on it and still have room left over. Covering 17 million square kilometers across 11 time zones, Russia is larger than Pluto's 16.6 million square kilometers of surface area. Four Corners, USA. At Four Corners Monument, you can place each hand and foot in a different state simultaneously. Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico, and Utah meet at this exact intersection, the only place on Earth where you can be in 4 states at once. Oymyakon, Russia. Oymyakon, Russia regularly hits minus 76 degrees Fahrenheit, making it the coldest permanently inhabited place on Earth. Car engines run constantly, vodka freezes solid, and survival depends on hunting, fishing, and intense adaptation to the brutal Siberian cold. Sahara Desert, Africa. 10,000 years ago, the Sahara Desert was a lush green paradise filled with lakes, rivers, and thriving civilizations. Earth's orbital shift during the African humid period transformed this paradise into today's largest hot desert, spanning millions of square kilometers. Svalbard, Norway. In Svalbard, Norway, the sun never sets for weeks during summer due to its extreme northern location above the Arctic Circle. Then in winter, it never rises, creating months of continuous daylight or darkness that completely reshape daily life. Death Valley's Sailing Stones, USA. Death Valley's sailing stones mysteriously glide across the desert floor, leaving perfectly straight trails behind them without any apparent cause. These rocks weighing hundreds of pounds move due to rare combinations of thin ice sheets and powerful winds. Magnetic Hill, New Brunswick. New Brunswick's magnetic hill creates an optical illusion where cars appear to roll uphill against gravity when in neutral gear. The landscape completely tricks your eyes. What's actually a downhill slope looks like an uphill climb. Cliffs of Moher, Ireland. Ireland's Cliffs of Moher sometimes feature waterfalls that flow upward due to powerful Atlantic winds exceeding 100 kilometers per hour. During fierce storms, water gets blown back up the cliff face, creating misty upside-down waterfalls that defy gravity. Salar de Uyuni, Bolivia. Bolivia's Salar de Uyuni becomes the world's largest mirror during rainy season when covered with a thin layer of water. It reflects the sky so perfectly that satellites use it for calibration, while dry months reveal vast hexagonal salt patterns. Vadhu Island, Maldives. The Maldives' Vadhu Island has beaches that glow brilliant blue at night due to bioluminescent phytoplankton in the water. Each movement triggers tiny flashes, lighting up footsteps and waves like stars scattered across the shore. Blood Falls, Antarctica. Antarctica's Blood Falls releases bright red water that looks like blood flowing from Taylor Glacier into Lake Bonny below. The dramatic color comes from iron-rich, oxygen-free water that's been sealed underground for millions of years. Kelimutu Volcano, Indonesia. Indonesia's Kelimutu volcano has 3 crater lakes that unpredictably change colors from blue to green, black, or red due to different mineral levels and volcanic gases. Each lake holds unique chemistry, creating this constantly shifting natural color spectacle. Lake Baikal, Russia. Lake Baikal in Russia contains nearly 20% of the world's total freshwater supply. So vast that if you drained it completely, all rivers on Earth would need an entire year to refill it. This ancient lake is 1,642 meters deep and 25 million years old. Whittier, Alaska. Alaska is a town where almost everyone lives in the same building, a single 14-story structure housing nearly all 200 residents. Inside this vertical city, you'll find a post office, grocery store, school, church, and medical clinic all under one roof. Monowi, Nebraska. Monowi, Nebraska has a population of exactly 1 person. Elsie Eiler serves as the town's mayor, librarian, and bartender simultaneously. She runs the only business, signs her own licenses, and holds solo town meetings as a one-woman government. Istanbul, Turkey. Istanbul is one of the few cities that spans 2 continents, with the Bosphorus Strait dividing the city between Europe and Asia. Thousands of people literally commute between continents every day, using bridges and ferries, eating breakfast in Europe and lunch in Asia. Greenland and Iceland. Despite its name, over 80% of Greenland is covered by a massive ice sheet, making it one of Earth's most inhospitable places. This was likely a Viking marketing trick by Eric the Red. Meanwhile, Iceland is relatively green, creating geography's greatest naming irony. Hudson Bay, Canada. Hudson Bay in Canada has significantly weaker gravity than anywhere else on Earth due to massive ice sheets that compressed the land during the Ice Age. As the crust rebounds, this rare gravity dip affects satellites and means you literally weigh less there. Mount Everest, Nepal. Mount Everest grows approximately 4 millimeters taller every year due to tectonic plate movement as the Indian plate continues pushing into the Eurasian plate. The mountain has grown over 20 centimeters since Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay first conquered it in 1953. Darvaza Gas Crater, Turkmenistan. Turkmenistan's Darvaza gas crater has been burning continuously since 1971, when Soviet engineers accidentally created this 70-meter-wide pit of fire. They expected it to burn off in days, but this door to hell is still blazing over 50 years later. Chocolate Hills, Philippines, and final facts. The Philippines' 1,176 chocolate hills turn brown during dry season, resembling chocolate kisses scattered across the landscape. Some sand dunes around the world actually sing when disturbed, producing musical tones audible for miles. And nearly 90% of Earth's 8 billion people live in the northern hemisphere, with most clustered north of the equator. There you have it. Over 20 geography facts proving our planet is far stranger than we ever imagined. From cooking rivers to hidden continents, singing dunes to backwards waterfalls, Earth is absolutely packed with mind-bending secrets. Which fact blew your mind the most? The boiling river, the lost continent, or maybe that Russia is bigger than Pluto? Drop a comment and let me know. If this journey amazed you, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell. We've got so many more incredible secrets to explore together. And if you think our planet's geography is wild, wait until you see the strangest traditions around the world. Some human customs are even more unbelievable than nature itself.